Alright, so now we're going to finalize this outfit with boots, materials, and earrings. So I'm going to add boots to this outfit, and to do that, pull out the boots pack from your asset browser. If you have the boots pack or any shoes that you want to add to your character, we're going to use this this pair of boots here. Just going to position them, make sure that's the right foot, and yeah, position it like that. And if you want to adjust the foot of your character to fit the shoe better, select the character. You can see this one's already adjusted to fit the thing. But to do that, select your character and go under the design section and click on adjust the body. So when you do that, it will pull you into sculpt mode and create a shape key for your character. So you can now, in a non-destructive way, sculpt the character to fit into the shoe. I say non-destructive because yes, it creates a shape key over here called divine correction. So if you undo it, you can see it brings it back to your default shape. So areas like this, I don't think I'll shift the body. Instead, I will sculpt the shoe itself and just shift it about like that. It's pretty cool. That's fine. Maybe this area as well, just a tiny bit. Yeah, once it's good to go, click on divine accessory and I'll disable simplify, and then click on bind, and that way it is bound to your character. So if you adjust the rig, you can see the shoe is bound nicely. Alright, so that's it for shoes. You can also add earrings. There's an earring pack over here. I think I'm going to combine these earrings, volume 1 and 2, because they're different sizes. But here we have deforming earrings. These are earrings that dangle, and non-deforming earrings. So I'm going to add deforming earrings to this outfit. Let's say this one over here, and you simply place it onto the ear of your character, rotate it nicely like this, like that, and click on divine accessory. So that will mirror it like this, and if it's positioned nicely, just click on bind, and that will parent it to the character's head and sort out all the bindings of the earrings. So when you press play, you'll see the earrings dangle nicely and follow the head of the character. There's no head animation for this one, so they kind of just stay in place. But yeah, this object over here is what carries the cache of the earrings. So you can go over here and click on cache cloth, and yeah. So there we have nice earrings. Lastly, for the materials, I use the materials from the divine assets. There's just a few simple materials here. I'm trying to do some materials that are hard to find in other packages. Like this jean texture is pretty interesting. You can pull that onto the shirt if you like, and fiddle with the coordinates here. Click on the shirt. Yeah, you can fiddle with the coordinates, like the patch scale, the rotation, and things like that. Or you can use simply material. I highly recommend this add-on for materials, and it comes with lots of different packs. You can change the pattern here. So these are the texture packs. It comes with simply textures, which comes with art textures and all the rest. And with the add-on, you can customize which color goes on where. So I'll select this one, for instance. You can set the scale from here. You can change this to 4, and you can set the colors by coming over to colors, and instead of using the texture color, click on that and you'll see a color ramp. So we could say we want the black region to be, let's say, maybe white, and want the white flowers to be, let's say, kind of peach color or reddish, something like that. I'll select the color, select the shirt, press Ctrl L, M to merge the materials. I'm going to fix this so that by default it matches the UV of the shirt. But to fix it, so currently, go into edit mode, select all the vertices in the color, pull out your UV editor and scale it by 0.5, and then it kind of matches a bit better. But you won't need to do this because before I ship it, I'm going to fix that for the color. But yeah, this is another way to add materials. And another thing you can do with Divine Print, if you have Divine Print installed, you can stamp images onto the cloth. So what I'm going to do is set this back to the Divine t-shirt material, link this. You can do it with the simply material as well, but I just want to do it on a plain material so you can see it clearly. And what you can do is add image mesh plane. and just look for any image or print. I have a pack here I got from Creative Markets. I think I'm going to get another pack because they're all really cool. But I'm going to use these modern Metro logos, something like this, and you can place it onto the cloth, rotate it, and on the Divine print you can click on spray. If the shirt has a mirror modifier, you'll see an option here to fix the mirror, so that it doesn't mirror the texture that it sprays. But there's no mirror modifier here, so there's no button for that. So you can just click on the image like so and click on spray, and it will spray the image onto the cloth. Let me mute this like so. If you want the print to shoot through the cloth, let me add another spray. Let's say tutorial logos, this Nike logo for instance. If you want it to shoot through the cloth, you can click on enable X-ray, and when you press spray, it will shoot or it will spray onto both sides. It will spray onto the front and the back, but usually you don't want that, so I'm just going to leave that for now instead of undoing. But if you want to wipe an area, if you did this by accident, you can just select those faces like so, select the faces that were sprayed on and click on wipe, and that will wipe the texture from those faces. You can also spray with your own color, so I'm gonna move this over here and click on this, and you can set a custom color that you want to spray and click on spray, and that will spray that color onto the cloth. So you can use this for painting your outfits nicely. Let me disable X-ray. You can also click on materialize, and that will change the material. When you go over to the material section, it will bring up that section over here, so you can set the material of that spray. For instance, if you want it metallic, you can pull that up. Let me enable props so we can see the lighting. Not these props, do props 2, a bit calmer. Yeah, and if you enable increase the strength of the bump, usually you'll notice a little bump over here depending on the color of it. But yeah, that's basically it for textures. I'll just change this back to the simply material texture. For the final material, the top is just using a simple principled shader with roughness set to 0.7, transmission set to 0.625, and alpha set to 0.7. White color, nothing crazy, and a tiny bit of sheen. The skirt as well, very simple, principled shader, and the boots just playing around with sheen and roughness and specularity, but nothing crazy. That is our outfit. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll catch you in the next one. Safe.